Good morning, YouTube. Buck Rub here, and welcome to another edition of Buck Wild Trucking. I ended my last video not knowing if I could video on here, but in talking to the people, they said there's no problem. So I'll start my new video here, and I am doing my offload at Altus Air Force Base in Altus, Oklahoma. I actually got here, and the lady asked me how I was going to get this stuff off the truck. I said, I'm not getting this stuff off the truck. And she goes, well, we paid $1,500 for it to get offloaded. And I said, well, for $1,500, I'll offload it. Anyway, apparently they've hired a moving company, and they'll be here in about a half an hour to offload this truck. But yeah, I'm just out here. I'm going to go over here and check out the airplanes. They got some display airplanes over here. And I'm going to walk around here, and then once this is offloaded, I've got a pickup right here in town that's going to Dallas. So another really good pay. I've gotten really fortunate on this freight. So some of it hadn't paid what my buddies say it should, but some of it's paying even better than they say that they're getting. So it all kind of works out in the end. But anyway, I'm going to go check out these airplanes and wait for the moving company to come offload it. Stay tuned.
Ron, this is dispatch.
I've loved airplanes since I was a little kid. I can remember being an early teenager, and I always wanted to be a fighter pilot. Of course, my father was a pilot, and I had uncles that were pilots. I've been around airplanes my whole life, and bad decisions when I was younger kept me from doing that. But I still have a love for them, and anytime I'm around them, I like to go up and check them out. So this is pretty cool. It's not my first time on an Air Force base, but it's the first time in a long time. The place I delivered to today, excuse me, throat's still scratchy. I do feel better though. The place I'm delivering today is, it's actually a Department of Defense investigator agency that they just moved into this office, and they didn't have a loading dock or nothing. I literally had to pull into this parking lot off the street and then kind of cock my truck over and away over the sidewalk there where they could offload it. But yeah, they moved into this building, and they've been expecting their new furniture, so everybody in there is real excited about it. Friendly people. I'm at Plains Cotton Co-op, Plains Cotton Co-op in Altus, Oklahoma. I guess they just got a little assembly line going here. You bring your trucks in and you park in one of 5 spots here, and then you go in, check in, and then they tell you when that truck leaves, you back in. So there's a truck in my door right now. He just climbed in the cab. He'll probably be pulling out in a second, but it looks like everything comes in and out of here pretty quick. My drop's in Fort Worth tomorrow. It's an open appointment, but I've got plenty of time to make it there today. So once I leave here, I'll call them and see if I can't drop this today instead of in the morning. If not, I'll park in Dallas somewhere and do it in the morning, but we'll see. I'm at the Alon 7-Eleven in Harold, Texas, where if you use your high-octane fuel rewards card, diesel is $2.46 a gallon. That's right, $2.46 a gallon. Hello, come in. I'll take that all day. Well, I didn't make it to Fort Worth in time to be able to drop today, but I'll drop in the morning, and I've already picked me up another load that'll get me to Longview, which is within 30 minutes of the house, so I can't be too upset with that. I'm in Fort Worth, Texas, at the Pilot Flying J, the one right across from the Cabela's. It said there were no spots in here, and I pulled in and there was lots of reserved parking, and then there was one spot left for me to back into, so I grabbed it, and I'm here. I want to tell a little bit of a funny story that I heard today. The operations manager for the company I'm leased to, she's been in the trucking business for over 30 years, and she said that we were talking about truck stops out in Arkansas, and she had mentioned Prescott, and I had told her that, yeah, I stay at several truck stops in that area, and she had mentioned the South Fork truck stop. And I told her I'd stayed there several times, and I really liked that truck stop. I liked the restaurant in there, and she said, that's where I got my start in the trucking business. And then she proceeded to tell me her lot lizard story. So it ends up, she's just a young girl. She's pretty naive and didn't know a lot. She knew the people that owned the South Fork truck stop at the time, and she had moved back home, and they had offered her a job working the fuel islands. So she was out there working the fuel islands one day, and she's talking to these two older truckers, and they were both, you know, old school truckers, and they had said that how much they really liked this particular truck stop because there were no lot lizards there, that all the other truck stops in the area had lot lizards. And our operations manager looks at him and says, well, can't they spray for that? I died when she told me that story. Now, maybe some of y'all have heard that story before, because she said it kind of spread like wildfire. Well, if you've heard it, that's where it started, from our operations manager. I'm going to go in here and get a shower. I may walk over to Cabela's and configure some sporting goods, but I'm off for tonight. Y'all take her easy. Well, I'm all showered up. Got me a cup of coffee. Figure while I'm here, I might as well walk across the street to one of my favorite candy stores, Cabela's. Let me see if I can go in there and spend some money. I'm dangerous with a credit card in this place. I want this one. I want this one. I want this one. I want this one. I want a couple of these. Where to start? Where to start? Let's go eat first. Well, that's disappointing. The restaurants close at 4 o'clock. I guess it's McDonald's or soup. Now that's the truth, driver. Viewer discretion advised. You're about to see dead stuff. Here you go, baby girl. This is the one we need. Of course, the brand new boat's a rip-off. Get one a couple years old for half the price. My wife will be proud of me, though. I'm leaving the store, and I'm empty-handed. That's not like me. Let's go find some food. I just don't want McDonald's. And there's a BJ's Brew House about 2 miles up the road, 3 miles up the road. So I'm calling an Uber. I'm gonna go have me some Parmesan crusted chicken. That's right. BJ's Brew House. It's my favorite restaurant. So if any of y'all are having trouble figuring out what gift to get me, I like expensive bourbon that I can't afford, and gift cards to BJ's Brew House. There you go. That's what you can get. I'm telling you right now, it's my favorite meal at this place. BJ's Brew House, Parmesan crusted chicken. Go try it. You can thank me later. Get the asparagus instead of the broccoli. I'll swap it out for you. Okay. So I'm sitting here in the truck, and Kelly, who, as you can see, is here on FaceTime with me. She is explaining to me this fantastic dinner she's making tonight, the night before I get home, and gonna make me a chef salad tomorrow night. Kelly, why don't you tell them what you're cooking? What are you cooking?
I'm cooking buttery garlic shrimp and 4 cheese rice, green beans, probably throw some rolls or something with it.
And I'm not home.
No, but if you want something other than a salad tomorrow night, you tell me and I'll make it for you.
Huh. What do I want?
You're with my command. And that's after working a 12-hour day.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
I just want you to make something easy, baby.
Trust me, you'll love the chef salad.
Say goodbye to the people, baby.
Huh?
Say goodbye to the people.
Bye. Cotton, more cotton. All of these trucks are bringing in cotton. I'm at the Mallory warehouses in Fort Worth, Texas. Boy, this place is tough to get into. There's a ton of people. Forgot my wallet. They may need my driver's license or something. There's a ton of people here. They were supposed to open up at 8 o'clock, but I think they've been coming long before that. But you got to enter this place on the, bear with me a second, sorry about that. You got to enter this place down there and then come in and then do a blind side back into these docks. And fortunately there's about 7 other drivers there, standing out here helping people get into the spots. I was pretty lucky. I was in an in spot, so it was pretty simple to get in. But they're sticking people in the middle. It's very, very tight, especially with all these flatbeds over here on the other side. It's hard to make the turn. But unless they got 400 people in here offloading, my guess is I'm going to be here for a little while. So I see lots coming in. I don't see lots coming out. Take my paperwork in, find out what's up. I'm at General Mills in Roanoke, Texas. It ended up taking me 3 hours to get out of the cotton warehouse this morning, so I ended up being an hour late here. Although when I booked the load, I asked the broker, I said, hey, there's a potential that I could be late on this run. Is it okay? And he said, the shippers are flexible. He said the receiver is not. So I said, okay, good. I can make it no problem to the receiver, but I am an hour late. And I have a feeling they're probably on lunch. They let me in security and got me right in a door, but there's nothing moving, no yard dogs moving. So they're probably at lunch. But I've got a good couple hours to spare to get to my next one, but this run will take me home. It's going to take me to Longview, so that's within 30 minutes of the house, so I'm good to go. Get this off of here and head to the house. I'm at Dollar General in Longview, Texas. So I haven't been to one of these before, but it's kind of set up like an HEB. You know, you go out, you stage in the parking lot, go talk to the security guard, and he might let you in. Well, there were a bunch of people that were sitting there since this morning, but I got right in and got in the door. They're in the process of unloading me. There's a freaking lumper fee on this thing, and I need to be more cautious and start asking about that. And I realize I'll get reimbursed for it, maybe. These brokers don't always do it, but that's a lesson learned in itself. But yeah, I need to be more cautious on these lumper fees, because here's what's happened. They don't write you a separate check for that lumper fee. They put it all together, and then when you submit it to your factoring company, because they're not going to pay you for 35 days or whatever, so it's going to cost you an additional 3%. So by factoring these loads, if I pay this lumper fee, I'm going to end up paying an additional 3% on that. So I need to be more cautious. But anyway, there's not a lot of people here. I don't know how many's working inside. They've been working on me about an hour. So then I got to go in and find out how much this lumper fee is. Anyway, boy, it's a beautiful night. It feels good to be so close to home. I'm literally 30 minutes from the house when I'm done here. So I'm ready. Yeah, these assholes. Damn near $400 in a lumper fee. I've been waiting 40 minutes to get my frickin' paperwork and still don't have it yet. Yeah, there won't be any more Dollar General loads for me. Guaranteed. 2 hours after I was unloaded, I finally got my bills. This place is crazy. Merit Logistics is the lumper company. They're Dollar General in Longview, Texas. If you're running the spot market, I'd ask if you're coming here before you accept the load, because I ain't doing it no more. But anyway, I'm going to get in a better mood now. I'll tell you why. Because I am 30 minutes from the house and I am going home for the weekend. I already got a load booked for Monday. So in the meantime, I'm going to get off of here and end this. So thanks for watching. And until next time, I'm Buck Rub. Peace.